The Tempest was unveiled alongside a new combat air strategy document, marking the UK's reorientation to preparing for high-intensity conflicts and the danger posed by modern anti-aircraft weapons. However, the document largely focuses on industrial and financial matters, particularly on keeping British military aerospace sector sustainable despite constrained defense budgets and the steadily increasing cost of high-performance platforms like the Type 26 frigate. The Tempest mock-up suggests a relatively large single-seat, twin-engine delta-wing fighter with a cranked trailing edge and two vertical stabilizers, or tail fins, canted inwards as on the F-22 stealth fighter. According to analyst Justin Bronk, these last improve maneuverability and suggest emphasis on kinematic performance over pure stealth.
Rolls-Royce are looking to do something really innovative with the engines on this aircraft. There'll still be gas turbines, but for example, they'll actually have generators embedded within the aircraft itself, developing electrical energy from the kinetic energy from the engine, sufficient to actually power systems like a directed energy weapon.
The larger airframe also implies a desire for greater range and weapons load than an F-35 can muster in stealth mode. However, reportedly no performance parameters, such as maximum speed, range, radar cross-section, etc., were stated in the presentation. The Tempest is to have a modular internal payload bay, which can be reconfigured for various sensors or weapons. A Meteor long-range air-to-air missiles and a Spear 3 cruise missile were displayed next to the mock-up, and compatibility with next-generation deep strike missiles is also listed. The presentation at Farnborough also lists hypersonic missiles, which travel over 5 times the speed of sound, making interception extremely difficult.
Air-to-air missile there, and Spear 3, which is their latest air-to-ground ammunition. These are currently in the process of being integrated onto the RAF's current weapon platforms.
And swarms of deadly drones as offensive capabilities. To ease the workload on the pilot, the aircraft would utilize artificial intelligence and machine learning to optimize the drone's behavior. Like the F-35, the Tempest would employ a diverse array of passive and active sensors, and a Tempest pilot may be able to gaze through his or her own plane using a helmet-mounted device, which may also replace conventional cockpit display panels. Cooperative engagement technology would also allow a Tempest to fuse sensor data with friendly aircraft, ships, or ground forces, using reconfigurable communication systems and data links. This could allow one platform to hand off sensor data to another platform, which could then launch missiles without exposing itself. However, the F-35's networked computers have aroused fears that it is vulnerable to hacking. Thus, the presentation lists resilience to cyber attack as a characteristic of the Tempest. This could pose additional challenges given plans for the Tempest to be optionally manned.
This is not like previous combat air programs. This platform and others like it will sit amongst an innovative force mix of capability, including, for example, our Typhoons, our F-35s, future space-based capabilities, potentially low-cost options, unmanned combat air systems.
Which means it can be flown remotely without an onboard pilot if preferred. Unmanned combat air vehicles are generally thought to be the future of air warfare, but air forces so far are opting to test the waters by contemplating optionally manned fighters. However, though optionally manned fighters offer a means to avoid putting pilots at risk on dangerous missions, they still come with the cost of performance disadvantages of manned aircraft. The Tempest therefore may not only be an attempt by London to retain a domestic aerospace sector capable of building stealth jets, but also part of an elaborate courtship to entice EU nations into reconsidering joint development of one. Indeed, Airbus Defence CEO Dirk Hoek made a comment welcoming the Tempest program. Possible British partnership with Sweden, producer of the capable Gripen fighter, is also frequently speculated for the Tempest, and it's worth noting that BAE recently signed on to assist Turkish TAI in producing a TFX stealth fighter. The UK, France, and Germany have all now proclaimed their intent to develop 6th-generation stealth jets, and backed that up with initial investments. However, it will likely be a while before we can tell whether the respective governments can sustain the long-term financial outlays, international cooperation, and technically challenging development processes to produce Europe's first stealth jet. Thanks for watching. This has been a Warthog Defense production, with voiceover provided by Christian Butler. If you're looking for a professional voiceover artist, check out his pages at the links below.